Hello and welcome back, audience. My name is MassiveBrad and welcome back to my FIFA 19 One Season Wonder. Now, before we get into today's episode, I just want to say a huge big thank you for love and support on the channel. And as always, guys, at the start of these episodes, we're quickly going to recap on the previous. And for once, guys, because I haven't recorded this series in about a week, I am going to have to recap myself. I was due to record this on Sunday, the 12th of May. But you guys know that that is the end of the Premier League in real life. Liverpool faced off against Wolves. We managed to do the job. We got the win and we beat them 2-0. So we had to make sure and hope that Brighton could do something against City. And although Brighton did go 1-0 up, Manchester City were too strong of a side and ended up beating them 4-1 with an absolutely fantastic free kick coming from Ikea Gundogan. So there wasn't much that Liverpool could have done. We fought all season and unfortunately it come down to that 1 point. And if we'd have beat Manchester City when we lost against them, we would have won the Premier League. But then it come to me recording later on that night and I just couldn't bring myself to record the Manchester City One Season Wonder. And I'm sure you guys understand, because to miss out by 1 point, the fact that we only lost one game all season and that one game was to Manchester City, I was a little bit heartbroken. But you know what? We've still got the Champions League final and we'll go again next season. So I was a little bit disheartened. Couldn't record Manchester City, but give you guys an episode of the Liverpool career mode, which is going absolutely unbelievable so far. And I want to say a massive thank you for the support on Season 3. And a massive thank you as well for the support on this One Season Wonder series. I know you guys are probably thinking, Brad, this is episode 6 already. Episode 4 and 5, I was feeling a little bit down in the dumps. In episode 5, I put 2 straw polls in the description and comment section, which we'll get onto in a minute. But I was a little bit down because, you know, episode 4 took me 7.5 hours or something stupid like that to record, edit, render, upload and set live. And then the next episode took me something like 8 hours. And I just think that I wanted this series to be one of the best series on the channel, and it just didn't get off to the best start. And I don't know if that was just because of the amount of time I was putting into it, and I'm just not sure. But I'm back. We're ready to go. We are at Manchester City for One Season Wonder in the first season. We are going to be moving on, guys, in only like 6 or 7 episodes time. We're going to be completing the month of November. Next episode, we're into December. We've still got a lot to do. But I like the fact that this series is getting through it quick. We're doing a month every time, although it does drag a little bit when it comes to the editing side. But before we look at the previous games in the previous episode, I'll quickly put on screen the straw polls. So the first one was, what type of highlights do you want to see? And I was asking you guys this because of the amount of time it was taking me to edit. So I thought, if you guys want to see what I'm doing right now, that's fine. It's worth doing. But if you guys are like, Brad, I'm happy to just see goals to shorten it up for you, then that's fine as well. Also want to mention, as this is on screen, if by any chance you guys can hear anything blowing or a little bit of static or something on the microphone, it is so hot in Liverpool right now. It's 20 past 7 at night, 20 past 7 p.m, 7:20, and it's still like 24 degrees outside. It's really hot. So the reason I'm saying if you can hear any noise over me is because I've got a fan underneath the desk blowing towards me because it is that warm. So if you can't hear the fan, guys, I can only apologise, but I need it, otherwise I'll be sweating like an absolute pig. But back onto the straw poll. What type of highlights do you want to see? I asked you guys, do you want to see goals and decent chances, stick with how I currently do it now, or just goals? 9 of you voted. The top vote, goals and decent chances, got 6 votes. Stick with how I currently do it, got 2, and goals or just goals was 1 vote. Now, the thing that I thought about when I sat back down and looked at this straw poll is goals and decent chances is very similar to what I do now. Stick with how I currently do it, because I show you guys decent chances we have and I also show you the goals. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to watch the clip back 2 or 3 times and work out if I think it is a real clear-cut decent chance. If it's a shot from outside the box and it hits the post, is that really a decent chance? I'm not too sure. I'd have to weigh out what a decent chance is and what a decent chance isn't. But you guys have asked for goals and decent chances, so that's exactly what you're going to get. And then the second straw poll on the previous episode was, are you actually enjoying the new series? I've just noticed I've put, are you actually should be enjoying English, Brad, but never mind. Are you actually enjoying the series and how it is edited? I know it's a bit of a mess at the moment, but I am trying. I asked you guys, basically, you enjoying this brand new One Season Wonder series? Yes, no, or not sure. If you were to vote not sure, I wanted you to leave a comment telling me why you're not enjoying it, what you think could be better. You have the option to say no, or you have the option to say yes. Thank you to 8 of you that did vote and all voted yes. So it seems like the majority of the people that did vote are enjoying the series. So I can't really complain. I think I was just in a bit of a pickle because the amount of time it was taking to edit and upload and render and stuff like that, and it was getting to me a little bit. But you know what? It's episode 6. Let's keep it going and let's try and make it a little bit better. So like I was saying, let's jump back to the previous episode. Now I started something different. Instead of just talking to you guys about the actual scores, we're actually going to go back to the previous month and we're going to go through it bit by bit. So the first game in the month of October was against Hoffenheim in our Champions League group. It was our second game, I do believe. Did we play? We did play Lyon the month before in September. So it was our second game in the group stages and we managed to beat Hoffenheim 5-2. This is where the issue occurred, where we could score loads of goals, but because we were on constant pressure and we were constantly looking at getting the ball back, we then turned off a little bit the last 20-30 minutes of the game, and that's when Hoffenheim could come forward and score. But I do remember that we did play the game against Hoffenheim. We then had Liverpool up next, and again, I do believe that we played that game. It was Bobby Firmino that scored against us, and we did sadly lose that game to Liverpool 1-0. So that was a little bit unfortunate, but you know what? We played our best, and we couldn't do anything more than that. Now, what I'm just going to mention now, guys, is obviously there were 6 games in the month of October. So from what I remember, we played Hoffenheim, we played Liverpool, we then simulated the Burnley game in which we beat them 4-0, happy days. We then simulated, I want to say, the Shakhtar game, which I'm pretty sure we did, and we beat them 2-0. We definitely simulated, or did we play the Spurs game? See, this is the problem now, because I haven't watched the last episode. I'm not 100% sure. I want to say we played Hoffenheim, Liverpool and Spurs, but I could be wrong because we could have played that game against Fleetwood. But regardless, we played Shakhtar and beat them 2-0. We played Spurs and beat them 3-2. So, do you know what? We simulated that game. Harry Kane scored like in the 85th minute, so he scored a penalty. So I want to say the 3 games we played, were Hoffenheim, Liverpool and then Fleetwood, in which we won 3-0. So we beat Shakhtar 2-0. We beat Spurs 3-2, and then we played Fleetwood. Now, obviously, you guys know, if you have been watching this series, however many games there are, now in this month that we're about to play in today's episode, November, there is 5 games. Now, half of 5 is 2.5. We're always rounding it down. If there was 6 games, we would play 3. If there was 7 games, we would still only play 3. We always round it down when it's a point or when it's a decimal place. So if it's a 3.5 or a 4.5 or even a 5.5, we round it down, not round it up. So in today's episode, there's 5 games. How it currently stands, I don't think any more games should be put in there in those 2 weeks there. So I want to say that we will. Then what I'm going to do is we're going to simulate the first game against Southampton. We're going to simulate the game against Shakhtar. I'm going to play the United game. I'm going to simulate West Ham, and then I'm going to play Lyon. And the reason for that is because the 3 games that we've played so far against Lyon, Shakhtar, and Hoffenheim, we've won all 3. So we're currently top of our group with 9 points. So that is what we're going to be doing in today's episode. Simulating Southampton, simulating Shakhtar, playing United, simulating West Ham, and then playing the game against Lyon. Now, obviously, it's been a week since I recorded the last episode, guys, so it may feel like, Brad, you should be on the ball a bit better here. I will be going forwards, guys, but it has been a week and I didn't get a chance to watch the whole video. Obviously, it was 40-50 minutes long. I just need to be at the computer, at the Xbox, recording to bring you guys content. But again, guys, thank you so much to everyone that voted on the straw polls, and thank you for all the love and support on the channel. Also want to mention, because I mentioned it in the Liverpool career mode, we have hit 1,000 subscribers. We hit it on, I think it was Friday night, so just gone Friday, and I seen it on Saturday. YouTube sent me a lovely email, which I will include in the video now, saying let's go bananas or something like that. And it's a subscriber count going from 0 all the way up to 1,000, and then loads of bananas appearing, and I think it says like, this is bananas. And trust me, guys, this is bananas. We've hit 1,000 subscribers, and that is thank you to you guys. Now, I know you're all spreading the word. I know some of you changed your name to sub to MassiveBrad. Get MassiveBrad to 1K. Thank you so much to everyone that done that. Don't stop doing that. Keep sharing the channel. Keep letting people know about the content. And let's keep growing this channel to as big as we can. But the squad we are going to put out against Southampton, we are at home. And this is the lineup we are putting out. We've got Sterling out on the left wing, Jesus at striker, Mahrez out on the right wing. We've got David Silva and De Bruyne linking up in the central midfield role. A little deeper in the central defensive midfield, we've got Gundogan And then at the back, we've got Albert, Laporte, Otamendi, Danilo, with, of course, Ederson between the sticks. Now, the only issue with that team right now is we normally wouldn't have Gundogan at CDM. We would normally have Fernandinho. And at right back, we'd normally have Kyle Walker over Danilo. But unfortunately, Kyle Walker is out till, I think, February, maybe even March. He picked up a 6-month injury, which is a little bit of a bummer. But nevertheless, we're rotating Danilo, and we're also playing Mendy over at that right back position if needs be. But let's go ahead and simulate this first game. Let's get the players warmed up. And I know a few of you guys have been saying, Brad, does it lag when you're commentating when we are doing this right now, simulating games? No, guys, it's just I can't keep up with it. And De Bruyne has put us 1-0 up from the penalty spot in the 9th minute. And Danny Ings, the excellent fullback, has come back to haunt us and put it back to 1-1. De Bruyne has scored a second. De Bruyne is on fire right now as he scores in the 38th minute. Silva on for Silva. De Bruyne scored a hat-trick. Unbelievable from KDB in the 52nd minute. Come on, lads. 80 minutes fast approaching. We've got 10 minutes to go. Party's come on for Danilo. De Bruyne has scored a 4th. And oh my word. I said in the previous episode, Kevin De Bruyne is going to be Premier League's top goal scorer this year without a doubt. I think he already had 7 or 8 goals. He's just scored another 4 against Southampton. He's going to be on 11 or 12 now. Let's go ahead and get back to the Central and see if that stat is correct. Although we're not going to be able to see it right now because we are going to have the Champions League game up next. And I've now done all the player development, done all the emails, advanced all the way to the game against Shakhtar, and also sorted out the lineup. And this is the squad we are putting out against Shakhtar. Only a few changes, but I've only made those changes because of fitness and because I want to make sure those players are fit for the United game that we are playing up next. But I've gone with Leroy Sané out on the left wing, Jesus at striker, Dembele out on the right wing, David Silva linking up with De Bruyne in the central midfield role. A little deeper, we've now got Fernandinho back in that central defensive midfield role, and then Albert, Laporte, Stones and Danilo at the back with Ederson between the sticks. I completely forgot when I just played Gundogan at CDM over Fernandinho. I forgot that we signed Thomas Partey. I should have probably looked at the squad before I actually done the lineup because I forgot that we did make some incredible signings in the likes of Partey, Jordi Alba, and also Dembele out on that right wing that we signed from Barcelona. So let's go ahead and get the players warmed up against Shakhtar. Can we get another 3 points in the Champions League and have 4 wins out of 4 games coming up to 10 minutes in? And Jordi Alba's just scored in the 9th minute. Happy days. 20 minutes in. Nothing else has happened since. Coming up to the 30th minute. Nothing happened again. 40th minute. Danilo picks up a yellow card in the 36th. De Bruyne, the man on fire at the moment, has just scored in the 41st minute. Partey on for Fernandinho. Jesus picks up a yellow card in the 59th. Otamendi on for Laporte. 75 minutes in, and Marlos has just scored in the 74th. Come on, lads, we need to make sure it happens here. And Dembele scores a 3rd in the 88th to secure us the win against Shakhtar. Aguero did come on for Stones later on into that game. It looked like, considering we were simulating, that the backup manager was looking to go for this, because the fact you're taking Stones off to bring Aguero on and leave Jesus up top, we were certainly pushing for that 3rd goal. But Dembele, De Bruyne, and Jordi Alba are the 3 players to score for Manchester City, and we do beat Shakhtar 3-1. And here we are ready for the Manchester derby. We've got Manchester City, the blue side of Manchester, versus Manchester United, the red side of Manchester. And of course, no different than Liverpool versus Everton, no different than Arsenal versus Spurs. If you're a City supporter, you want to kill off your opposition, especially when it's the derby. If you're a United supporter, same sort of thing. But we are at home, so hopefully we can bag those 3 important points. We now currently find ourselves down in 4th position. We have a game in hand on Liverpool, and we're only 2 points behind. So if Arsenal win their game and we win our game against United, ourselves and Arsenal can move up to the top. In fact, Arsenal already a point ahead, so Arsenal would go top with 26. We would go 2nd place with 25. So let's hope that Arsenal are kept to a draw or possibly even a loss. But the team we are putting out against Manchester United is this starting lineup here. We got Sterling out on the left wing, Aguero at striker, Mahrez out on the right wing. This time we've got Bernardo Silva linking up with De Bruyne in the central midfield role, Fernandinho a little deeper in the central defensive midfield, and then Albert, Laporte, Stones and Danilo at the back with Ederson between the sticks. Now, something I want to show you guys, because we have been messing around with the tactics. We have currently been playing on constant pressure, but we noticed that it was tiring out our team, and although we could go and score 5 goals in the first half, in the second half there was nothing about the team. We then changed it up to press after possession loss. So after we lose the ball, we then press to get the ball back only when we lose the ball. And we've also checked out balance. Balance was great. We kept plenty of energy, rearing to go in the second half, but not much going about us going forwards. The press after possession loss has been working really well, and I'm going to continue with that for now. But I'm going to be between press after possession loss and constant pressure. I will make my mind up over the next couple of episodes which one works best. Is it best to go constant pressure, go and score 5 goals, and then let 2 or 3 in the second half and just hold it out the best we can? Or is it best to have a bit more balance, just press when we lose the ball and try and get them on the counter-attack? But for now, press after possession loss is going to be the one. This is a big game. Manchester City versus United. It's the Manchester derby. It's never, ever going to be an easy game. And, of course, every City supporter right now will want us to win this game. And without a doubt, if KDB continues, as you can see there, he's currently top goal scorer. Bear in mind, he's a central midfielder. You've got Harry Kane underneath him in second. Deeney in third. Townsend is the next other midfielder. Then you've got Rashford who's a striker. Aubameyang is a striker. I'm not sure about Garcia. The fella at the bottom in 8th is definitely a striker. We've already played against him. But KDB, is a central midfielder currently holding the golden boot. Top goal scorer with 11 goals in the Premier League. So let's hope he can continue to score against United. And the one thing that I remember from playing previously is that KDB on the edge of the box, if we wiggle a little bit of space and let one fly, well, the majority of the time, it is going in the back of the net. The Etihad Stadium is where it's about to go down. The blue side versus the red side. Normally when it comes to Liverpool, I'm supporting the red side. But when it comes to the Manchester derby, I'm always supporting the blue side. It's going to be a big game. There's a lot of big players on the pitch. They got the likes of Sanchez, Lukaku, Pogba, welcome to East Manchester. David De Gea between the sticks. It's not going to be an easy one, but luckily enough, we've got great players ourselves. We've got Laporte at the back, we've got Edison between the sticks, we've got Albert on the left back position, Riyad Mahrez, Sterling, Aguero up top. I hope that we can look to score a fair few goals past Manchester United, but it is going to be Sergio Aguero to get us kicked off in this first half period. Let's get it underway. Danilo. Playing it on now to Mahrez. Mahrez going on the inside now to KDB. Going to hold this ball up and play it around now to Mahrez. And Mahrez is going to look at getting in behind now. Here comes Mahrez. On top left foot. Looks to bend one. We've beaten David De Gea, but sadly can't put it in the back of the net as we just shy an inch of a hair wide of the post. When the header, Fernandinho, it's flicked on. Let's flick it on now. Nicely done. Lingard picks that up. Lukaku's all over that one. Back out to Jesse Lingard. Be careful now, look at this, Rashford through on goal, it's 1-0 Manchester United. Big goal there from Rashford. We just switched off at the back. I'm not sure what happened with our centre-backs, but somehow Marcus Rashford managed to just slip through them both, through on goal, and absolutely rockets one in the back of the net. To Jesse Lingard, into the middle, back to Jesse Lingard, through to Rashford. And it's 1-0 Manchester United. Not the start we were looking for. And it's up to Lukaku now. Round the corner now to Rashford. Ball into the middle. Let's win that! Big save there from Edison. I don't know how our defenders haven't got to it. Let's keep this pressure on. Let's chase down Pogba. Ball over the top, and that's a wonderful ball down to Valencia. Valencia first time in now. Lukaku's there, but so is Laporte. And we've got to break out now. Let's go to Mahrez. Here goes Riyad Mahrez. Come on, you've got the better of Lindelof here, Mahrez. Come on, keep going, son. Aguero, hold off for me. Aguero, hold off. Into Aguero. Aguero's a slam. He's put it wide.
Manchester City really should have equalised here.
Aguero, you can't be missing him. Maybe I should have gone from Aguero straight through there to Sterling. Plays it back now to Fred. Fred into the middle now for Matic. Rashford played up now to Lingard. KDB's going to pick that one up. Played up now to Mahrez. Mahrez through to Aguero. Aguero going to ping one over now, looking to get the better of Paul Pogba with Sterling. Here comes Sterling, let's cut it back onto his right foot. Sterling puts it in the back of the net right on half time. It's 1-1 and we're back in this game. Well done, Raheem Sterling. The fact that they had Pogba playing pretty much either right back or right centre back, he was the only man back, and Sterling was always going to outrun him. Does well to cut it back, free himself up a little bit of space. Right footed finesse shot into the roof of the net. David De Gea probably should do better from there, because realistically it's right next to David De Gea, but he doesn't. And we end up burying it in the back of the net and put us back to level terms right on half time. And surely as the Manchester United players play this round as they do, the ball's played back to Marcus Rocco and the referee blows for half time at the Etihad Stadium. And that man there, Raheem Sterling, has restored a little bit of hope back in the Manchester City fans and also myself. We've had 6 shots, 2 on target. They've had 5, 3 on target. We've had a lot more of the ball right now. Hopefully the team's not looking too worse for wear, in which they're not. You can tell Aguero's having a bit of a lazy game because he's the fittest player on the pitch. He's not doing much running at all. We really need to get him running, get him behind those Manchester United defenders, and hopefully being able to put one in the back of the net. He's come very close in that first half, but sadly didn't capitalise on it. But you know what, guys? We've got another 45 minutes to go. I'm feeling positive as Manchester United kick us off in this second half period. Don't let that ball come in. The ball manages to take a deflection and get in. Ball into the middle. Edison should be all over that one. Let's throw this ball out now. Hopefully he's got a big throw straight up now to Riyad Mahrez. And let's go. Let's go with Mahrez here. We could have a few players wanting to get in behind. Let's play it in now. Looking for Aguero to run in behind. Marcus Rocco's gone with the ball and managed to keep it out as Mahrez picks that ball up now. Here's Mahrez playing it round now through to Sterling. Sterling's got Pogba on him again. Play it into the middle now for Riyad Mahrez. It's in the back of the net. And Riyad Mahrez with a beautiful 1-2 with Raheem Sterling has buried that in the roof of the net, in off the crossbar, and it's 2-1 Manchester City. Well, we didn't go quiet. Beautiful ball there. I had Pogba, Mark and Sterling. I cut in and thought, can I potentially have a repeat of Raheem Sterling's first goal? I decided to see Riyad Mahrez coming in, play the ball into him, and he hits that on the outside of the right boot, in off the crossbar, into the roof of the net. And it's 2-1 City. I see Don Stones playing around now to Fernandinho, into KDB. KDB up to Sergio Aguero, laying it off now to Fernandinho. Let's poke home now for Riyad Mahrez. We've got a few players in the middle. Let's put a nice little ball in now for KDB, who's there. It's 3-1. And KDB is on the score sheet once again. 12 goals in the Premier League. KDB is smashing, and I have to say, guys, the rule is when we move to a new club for Season 2 and Season 3 and Season 4, I can only bring 2 players from the previous club to that club if I want to bring any players at all. Right now, KDB is the man I want to be bringing. Right foot, left foot, header, it doesn't matter. KDB can score them all. And he is the one player so far that I would love to bring to my next club, wherever it is in the world. 12 goals in the Premier League. Take a bow, KDB. Take a bow. Is Silva laying it off now to KDB. KDB going to put his laces through it. And Matic looks to clear this one out with Pogba. Let's go now, Fernandinho. First time ball in, looking for Aguero. Oh, it was close. It was close, and I think with that shot coming, we've definitely got to look at making subs now. So without a doubt, Bernardo Silva looking a little bit worse for wear is going to make his way to the bench for, let's go, Gundogan. I'm then going to, let's use worse for wear here out of Mahrez and Sterling. So Sterling a little bit less. So we'll take Sterling off now for Sane. And realistically, Aguero is still looking quite good up top because he's been very, very lazy. So I think the next move for me is going to be Fernandinho for Thomas Partey. We're 75 minutes in, to be honest, guys, and I think this game might be put to bed with only 15 minutes to go. But what a save there. Beautiful ball in. Aguero gets ahead of the defender, gets his foot to it, and it's cat-like reflexes from David De Gea to give us a corner. Let's look for Thomas Partey. He's been on the pitch for 30 seconds. Great ball in. Thomas Partey's there! Oh, and it's just wide a goal. I see Lingard coming forward on nice interception there. Pogba playing very deep now. He's not coming forwards much at all. Ball in behind now for Dalot. Dalot coming forwards. Let's get this ball off him. It's going to be a penalty.
And that's a penalty for Manchester United.
John Stones, unfortunately, comes in, tries to get the ball, and catches the play. And as soon as it happened, I just knew he's lunged in there for the ball and kicked the back of their right back Dalot. And it is going to be Lukaku to step up here and try and bring it to 3-2. Let's go, Edison. Let's make it happen. Edison with a big save. Let's chase this down and just get rid of it. Nicely done, Alba. Sane heads it now to Gundogan. Gundogan back to Thomas Partey. And here we go now. Out wide now to Riyad Mahrez. Riyad Mahrez looking to ping one over now to Leroy Sane, who's in behind. Leroy Sane on his left foot on the volley. What a goal. It's 4-1. Oh, I cannot believe what a counter-attack from that penalty. Romelu Lukaku steps up to Benny in the bottom right. We save it with Ederson. We clear it out from Jordi Alba. Over to Mahrez. Mahrez whips a ball over to Leroy Sané, who takes it down. Beautiful bit of control. And takes it on a half volley. And what a half volley that is. Well, that was definitely 100% the last nail in the coffin. It's game over for Manchester United. And it's 4-1 City United. Here's Luke Shaw. Playing it down now to Lukaku. Lukaku playing on that left wing now. No idea why, but we've managed to get it. Let's hoof it out now with Thomas Partey. Hoof it upfield to Aguero. Marcus Rocco wins the header back to Shaw. And the referee is going to blow the full-time whistle at the Etihad Stadium. We may have gone 1-0 down to Manchester United. No thanks to Marcus Rashford. But we dug deep. We played well. And we managed to get a 4-1 victory over United. United had 8 shots, 5 on target. We had 15 shots, 8 of them being on target. So the amount of shots that United had, we had that amount on target. Riyad Mahrez picks up man of the match with a 9.6 rating. Well and truly deserved. Did he get a goal? He got a goal and an assist? No, he got 2 assists. Beg your pardon. He gets a goal and 2 assists. So, well done, Mahrez. Aguero picked up an assist, and that was about it on the day. He didn't do too much, if I'm completely honest. But overall, the team played well. And I have to say, the pressing after we lose the ball seems to be working really, really well for us right now. Right, so after now advancing all the way to the Lyon game, doing all the player development, doing all the usual stuff like the emails and the squad, unfortunately, we have had to rotate the team up quite a lot because since that game against West Ham, we only had 3-day break, which means some of the bigger players and the players I would have rather have started against Lyon sadly aren't fit. So we have had to rotate the team a little bit, but this is the lineup. We got Leroy Sané out on the left wing, Jesus at striker, Mahrez out on the right wing. We got Bernardo Silva linking up with De Bruyne in the central midfield role. A little deeper, we got Thomas Partey in the central defensive midfield, and then Alba, Otamendi, Kompany and Mendy at the back, with Ederson between the sticks. So obviously I wanted Sterling out on the left wing. I wanted Aguero up top. We've got to play Mendy at right back because Danilo's not fully fit, and unfortunately Kyle Walker is still out with an injury, which I will actually just take a little look at while we're at the squad hub. How long have we got left? So another 3 months. We've got December, January, February. Yes, he's not back fit till March, but we have got a little bit of money in the kitty. I do believe around 50 million. We have got 50 million and a decent wage budget there that we could play around with. I think we may look to bring another right back in simply because we're only here for a year. We're trying to win as much as we possibly can. And the good thing is, if we win the game up next against Lyon, we'll be up to 15 points. And there's no way, in fact, looking at it now, no team can catch us anyway. It's going to be ourselves guaranteed to go through by the looks of it. There's 6 points between us and Hoffenheim. With 2 games to go, Hoffenheim could win both of theirs and come up to 12. But Shakhtar Donetsk and Lyon are down there on 3. The maximum they can get to is 9. So we are guaranteed to go through no matter what now to the next stages of the Champions League. But we are going to play this game against Lyon, and then we can look to simulate the next one in the next episode. Because, like I said, regardless, we're going through to the next stages of the Champions League. But let's go ahead and get into this game against Lyon. We've already played them before. We played very well against them. We scored plenty of goals. Fingers crossed we can do that second time round playing them. But let's go ahead and get this game underway. Here we go, another Champions League game. KDB right now is on fire. Is he going to show us that he continues to be on fire against Lyon? I'm pretty confident we've smashed today's episode. I'm just hoping now that it doesn't take me too long to edit, too long to render, too long to upload, because that's the difficult part. It's okay me sitting here playing this game, that's fine. But it's when I look over at how long I've been recording. It's now been 1 hour and 52 minutes. So it's going to be a little bit tough because I have to cut all this down. But we're going for goals and decent chances that should cut down quite a bit. And hopefully we can keep this between 30 and 40 minutes. But as you guys are watching this, you will know how long this video is. But Lyon are the team to kick us off in this first half period. Let's get it underway. Let's see what damage we can do. Going to KDB now. Oh, trying to come across, not going to happen. Let's cut back now. Bernardo Silva, Thomas Partey, Jesus. Laying off now to KDB. It's 1-0. Well, what can I say about KDB? I mean, he's a fantastic player in real life. And look at what he's just done now against Leon. I mean, the man is on fire. What a strike. What a goal. And I mean, he's probably scored now maybe 16, 17 goals in all competitions. And after 10 minutes, we're 1-0 up against Leon. Party out wide now to Mendes. Goes straight up now to Riyad Mahrez. Mahrez cuts back. Nice little ball in now. Looking for Leroy Sané at the back post. It's cleared away. Only as far as Jordi Alba onto the left foot. Lets one fly. And Jordi Alba's just bagged a beautiful goal. What a strike from our left back Jordi Alba. I mean, the commentators couldn't even keep up with that one there. The ball cleared away after the beautiful ball in. Cleared away. Jordi Alba picks it up, screws it onto that left foot, and lets one fly to that bottom right corner. And what a goal by the Spanish man Jordi Alba. Up to Jesus. Jesus looks at turning Marcelo. It's not going to happen. And there we go, as the ball ends up with Tuzar on the halfway line. The referee is going to blow for half time. Well, we've played very well. I would definitely say Leon in that last 10-15 minutes before half time definitely started picking it up a little bit. But you know what, we're 2-0 up. I'm feeling confident. We've definitely been the better team so far. So I'm happy to get back into the second half of Jesus kicking us off. Let's get things underway and look for the third. And Dombey was all over that one. Mendy's picked that up now. Here's Jesus. Jesus tries to back heel and unfortunately loses the ball. Leon have definitely come out more solid in this second half. Ball through now. Surely he's going to be offside. Nabil Fekir. Ball into the middle. It's 2-1. Well, that is a little bit frustrating. I thought the player there that I was running at, I thought that player that put the ball in was offside.
And that was a beauty.
Jordi Alba should do a lot better from there. He doesn't. And Leon get ahead of him and head home and beat Edison between the sticks. I think with that goal coming in the 67th, we will look at making a few changes now. So I'm going to take Silva off for Phil Foden. I'm going to bring Dembele on at the right wing. And then I think, just to make sure he's going to be fit for the next game next month, I'm going to move Partey up to central midfielder role and then drop KDB for Fernandinho. I probably should have looked at maybe doing Danilo for Mendy because we need to keep Mendy nice and fit as well. Don't want to risk any injuries, but they are going to be the three changes. Dembele, Foden and Fernandinho making their way to the pitch in the 67th minute. Nice is on there, Jesus. Over to Sané. Sané get away for the overlap now and Phil Foden. Foden coming forward now. Foden through on goal! It's 3-1 and Phil Foden's put this game to bed. The young Englishman that I brought on as a sub for Bernardo Silva has went and scored in a huge game against Leon in the Champions League. 3-1 in the 87th minute. We've dominated in today's episode. Have we won all 5 games? From my memory, I think we have. Keep going, edge of the box. Tuzar. Still Tuzar. Come on, lads, let's get this ball. No, and Edison's on that one. I'm sure as Edison kicks this out now, the referee is surely. And he does. He blows for full time. We've beaten Leon 3-1. Absolutely dominated in the Champions League so far. We're dominating in the Premier League. 10 shots, 6 on target. Leon having 7 shots, 3 on target. Jordi Alba picks up man of the match with an 8.7 rating. Scored an absolutely fabulous goal on his left foot. And definitely deserves to pick up man of the match. Right guys, and here we are back at the Central for the final time in today's episode. And we are ending on a massive, massive high. Firstly, just in today's episode, we have scored 16 goals over the 5 games, which is absolutely incredible. So there's the first high. The second high, we are ending today's episode with well and truly deserved KDB, Kevin De Bruyne, the Belgian man, currently top Premier League scorer with 12 goals, 3 of them being ahead of Harry Kane in second position. We also end today's episode after playing 13 games on 28 points in first position. We are 1 point ahead joint second Liverpool and Arsenal. We are 4 points now ahead of 4th position Crystal Palace, and we are absolutely smashing it in the Premier League as well as Champions League. So if we jump over now to the calendar, we can have a little look at what games are going to be in the next episode when we get into the month of December. So we have wow, that is a lot of games. Let's count the games first. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 games, which half of 9 is 4.5, rounded down. It means I will be playing 4 games in the next episode. 4 games. I'm going to be recording for like 3 hours. This is going to be insane. So we're playing Leicester, we're playing Watford, we're playing Chelsea, and we're playing Chelsea. So the simulated games: Bournemouth, Hoffenheim, Everton, Palace, Southampton. That is what I'm thinking right now. If you guys disagree or think I should do it a little bit different, let me know. But it's going to be a very, very difficult episode to do, guys. And this is the whole worry. You know, I was asking you guys at the start of these episodes about the straw polls. You know, are you actually enjoying the new series? How do you want me to do it? Because it was getting me down. It was taking me 7-8 hours from the point of press and record to the point of press and go live on YouTube. It was taking me 7 or 8 hours. That was playing 3 games and simulating 3. I'm now going to play 4 games and simulate 5. Well, the month of December, episode 7, is going to be huge. And to be fair, when we get into January, it looks quite nice there. Only 4 games. You think, oh, we can play 2 and then simulate 2. But we all know that's not how it works. We know there's going to be Champions League games in there. We know there's going to be Carabao Cup games. And I'm pretty sure either in January or February, the FA Cup kicks off. So that would be an absolute delight for us. But you know what, guys? I'm feeling good after today's episode. I think it was an absolutely incredible one. We got some incredible wins, and we also scored plenty of goals. So I think right now, when I mentioned about either going on constant pressure and constantly running for the ball, or just press after we lose the ball, I think press after losing the ball is the way to go for me. I think it's working very well, and we're winning most games and only conceding now and again. So I think for now, while we've got something that works well, we're going to go ahead and stick with it. But that is going to do it for today's episode, guys. And if you have enjoyed it, please do give it a big thumbs up for me. Don't forget to drop your comments down below. If you're new around here, click the subscribe button. Don't forget to share this video with your friends and family. And I've been MassiveBrad. Peace out.